KO debate series. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
Hey, what's up with y'all, man? Welcome to another episode of the Morning After Show. It's your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, KO Knockout Boxing 86, whatever you want to call me. We back for another live show this morning, man. The Morning After Show with the singing OG, my homie, my OG, KQKC Boxing Network. KQ, how you doing this morning, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. It was a good fight last night, and I wasn't able to get back in time to call it, but I enjoyed it, man. I love it, man. And Boston's getting great, man. I'm telling y'all, Boston's heating up. You know.
Yeah. We about to get. I anticipate we getting some fight announcements this week. Since we got some fights coming in March and it's like the last week in January. So if I was you guys, I stay in tune on ESPN, Boxing News 24, Boxing Scene, all of those publications and websites that announce the news. If you got a Twitter, I'd follow Michael Benson and Mike Coppinger and Dan Raphael and guys like that, because it's about to be some fight announcements coming up real soon, man. Real soon. So let's see who we got in the building. We got a lot to cover. We'll talk about obviously the fight last night. Then we got a lot of boxing news to cover. But let me first say shout out to the homie Chi-Town's Finest early this morning with the 10-piece in the Cash App. I appreciate the support. Chi-Town, thank you so much. And then we got homie Resilient Dad with the 10-piece in the Cash App, first Cash App of the day. And y'all be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to donate to the channel. Hit the super chat, hit the Cash App, all of that stuff, man, to help support the grind of me and KQKC. But Resilient Dad with the 10-piece in the super chat, he say, tapping in from the Bay with much respect. Yee! Shout out to you, man, and much respect to you too, man. Let's see who we got in the building. We got Chi-Town's Finest in the building. We got a realistic Washington fan in the building. We got AJ64 in the building. All Things is in the building. The other OG, Thrill Hill, is in the building. We got Brian King B. Falcone. What's up with you, Brian? In the building. Boxing, what's happening with you? Andrew Gray, I see you. Jafari Caesar in the building. Frequent Flyers in this thing. Hunter Young in the building. Shoo Bang in the building. Casino Life Prayers, what's happening with you? I be who I be. Sneaking away from the pew at church to say what's up. What's up, I be who I be? Get that word, man.
Get that word.
Get that word. D1's Boxing Briefs in the building. What's good? We got Savage Bo. We got the homie Cedric Walcott. What's up? We got Moji. What's happening with you? Robert Singleton, the national champion, Michigan Wolverines are in the building. Dante Boxing's Tower. What's up with it, Dante? Salute. Big Block in the building. Pull Out Bandit, what's happening with you? We got Savage Killer in the building. NBA D Nice, what's up with it, man? Windy City Assassin, in the building. Shushu Bang said, "This is Rubberneck, just so you know, change my name." Let me see if you still got a wrench, Rubberneck. That's a better name, though, to be real with you. Shushu Bang is better than Rubberneck, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I don't know. I don't know neck in the man's name. I don't know. I don't know Rubberneck. I don't know. Let me see. Let me make sure you straight. Nah, yeah, I gotta get you right. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right, there you go. You should be good now. Okay. All right, OG. So what I want to do a little different. I want to talk about the fight first. Get that out the way, and then we can move on to the to the news and stuff that we're gonna cover. B Dog, I see you in the building, but I want to talk about the fight because while it's on my mind, I gotta say, boxing just can't get right. Like, it's too many times that the right person don't win the fight. Now, everybody knows my opinion is that Michaela Mayer won that fight clearly. But what do you think, OG? You saw the Michaela Mayer and Natasha Jonas fight. You saw the ladies scrap it out, man. Do you think the right person got their hand raised? What do you think of the fight? How did you see it? And just what did you see happening in that fight? And did the judges get it right, man?
Well, first of all, no, the judges did not get it right. I did have my Mayor pulling it out. Now, I will say this: it was a close fight. I think it was close enough that if I still wasn't comfortable with her winning. I still think Mayor pulled it out because she was pressing the action. Mayor was right on top of Jonas. See, Jonas is a fighter that she like to lay back, pick her shots, and move around, move to the left, move to the right, pick her shots, get in there, dig to the body, get out. Well, Mayor didn't let her do that last night very well. Now she did in the first maybe couple rounds. She was using an old southpaw combination where you go dig down to the body with the right, come up with the straight left down the pipe. That's what she was doing, and she was doing it right in harmony. But Mayor kept going forward. And shout out to Al her coach Harris, Al Harris, been around for a long time, been around and coached a lot of great guys. He told her, "Look, you're gonna have to step on the gas, cause see, Mayor is a slow starter." So she pretty much had to step on the gas, and that's what she did in the second and third round. She did not let Jonas breathe. She did not let her breathe. She was a pressure fighter for around maybe 3 or maybe 4, all the way to the end of that fight. And Jonah was she was hanging in there until she started getting hit with them right hands. That's why her eyes started swelling up like that. And so Mayor, she was a dog, body work, great body work. She was combination downstairs to the body. And she was and Mayor, she did a great job because she was moving up in weight. And so therefore I think Jonah, yes, she got the nod. See, this what I tell everyone. You got to have a rematch clause because see, you gotta always now. Jonah, yeah, she did win, but she was the champion. But what if she would have lost? At least she would have had a chance to get her get back. But one thing about it is they gave her the nod. She's 38. Like she said, this would be her last year in boxing.
She's 39, OG. She's
She's
39.
39?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's 39.
Okay, 39.
Yeah.
This is like she said, this is gonna be her last year in boxing, and hey, and she won, and she knew she lost, and so she she pretty much gave Mayor all her accolades and everything, and told her, hey, you get that title, but still, I don't think the judges had it right, and this was wrong right now. The judges, I don't know what they're doing or what they're looking at, but they were throwing down though a knockout.
They were.
They were letting their hands go.
100%.
So yeah, man. So, but that's the first time I heard Timothy Bradley, man.
That's right, because you usually be calling the fight.
Right. I
And,
got
and so you don't hear what they be saying. They be bullshitting, man. That's why I literally, so we got a sound bar in where my big screen is on my TV. I watch the fight on my TV and I put your fight call on my sound bar. Because we we don't do the fire stick. So I be caught up with, you know,
Uh-huh.
you do that. If people do that fire stick, they be behind you and shit, and they be buffering
Right.
and shit. But I can do that because I buy the fight or I had an application that the fight is on. So that's why though, man. They on, bro. You lucky that they already fired Andre Ward. Because if you would have heard Andre Ward, whoever the A side, you gonna know Andre Ward gets so bad, KQ. You know who Top Rank want to win the fight by the way he called the fight.
Right.
You'll be able to tell. Oh, they must want this other person to win because Andre Ward bullshit. Like, you'll be able to tell right off the rip. Oh, they want this dude right here to win. Oh, they want this woman right here to win. Cause he go if that person. This is how you know if that person getting their ass whooped. He'd have been like Natasha Jonas. She's struggling, but you can just tell that she's coming through with the championship body language. And she's just doing a good job showing the judges that she's in charge with her body language. Like, but is she landing a punch, dog? Like, what are you talking about, bro? So it's just that it's just crazy. But to just get to the fight, OG, I hear a lot of what you're saying. It just made me feel like they got Natasha Jonas, and she from the UK, and the majority of the big names in women boxing around that weight class. When you think of Katie Taylor, you think of Chantel Cameron. They all from the UK as well. Some make me think they already got some sort of fight sign for Natasha Jonas or something, man. Like they got Katie Taylor coming up to try to fight her probably, or maybe Chantel Cameron once her and Katie Taylor had that trilogy. Maybe they got her coming up to 147 pounds to fight her. It just made the decision just left me so baffled because I'm watching the fight and I can clearly see that Michaela Mayer is wearing Natasha Jonas out. She got Natasha Jonas trying to hold her. She hurting her down to the body. Every time she hitting her with that right hand up top and that left hook up top, she knocking her head back. And I thought that they're supposed to score, OG. Correct me if I'm wrong, because you took the referee test. Ain't they supposed to score clean and effective punches?
Yes.
So if I'm watching that fight as a fight fan, to me it was clear to see that Michaela Mayer's punches was having a much greater effect on Natasha Jonas than Natasha Jonas's punches were having on her. Right. Like you could literally see it clear as day. Every time she would hit Natasha Jonas to the body, Natasha Jonas needed to get up against the ropes and cover up and go into her guard. Every time she hit her, every time she hit her to the head, her head would just popping back, and she would have to reset. But when Natasha Jonas was hitting Michaela Mayer, it wasn't shit. She was walking through that shit. So she obviously landed the cleaner, more effective punches. Then you look at ring generalship. Natasha Jonas was trying, and this is why I think judges score so improperly, OG. Ring generalship means who's making the other fighter fight they fight. You could clearly see that Natasha Jonas wanted to be out at range. She wanted to be comfortable. She wanted to try to land her left hand and keep her distance from Michaela Mayer. She wasn't able to do that because Michaela Mayer dictated the distance. She made her fight on the inside.
Exactly.
Like every judging criteria that these guys are supposed to use to judge a fight, that shit just went out the window. They was like, she from the UK, she winning. It's one of them fights where I just wish somebody would have just went to Michaela Mayer locker room and just be like, look, man, you're gonna have to get a knockout. Okay, you're not winning. Like, just let her know ahead of time. Let me know ahead of time. Let you know ahead of time, so we can all know where we at, and we can all be like, okay, she got 5 knockouts in like 21 fights. She ain't getting no goddamn knockout. So let's just go ahead and tag this up for Natasha Jonas. If you're gonna bullshit us, at least be honest with us. Don't make us think we watching an even fight, a fight where both fighters can win, when you already got it made up in your mind who gonna win the fight. But I thought Michaela Mayer's body work, her youth, her resiliency, and her determination, I thought she clearly won that fight, man. Definitely the flow of the fight to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, OG. The flow of the fight to me was it was kind of close early, and then Michaela Mayer just washed her late, just did her dirty the last half of the fight.
See, that's what I was going to ask you. I was just about to ask you that. How did you see the fight? Close or not nowhere near close, or pretty much close? It could have went either way.
I scored it 97-93, OG. I had it 3-2 for Natasha Jonas after the first 5 rounds. And that 5th round was a really close round because Natasha Jonas started off real good, but Michaela Mayer, that's when she kind of took over the second half of that 5th round, and she started bagging her up with body shots and everything. So 3-2 for the first 5, and then I gave Michaela Mayer the whole back half of the fight. I had it 97-93 for Mayer on my card, but if somebody gave Michaela Mayer that 5th round, it could be 98-92. But she cleared Natasha Jonas by at least 3 rounds. She cleared her by at least 3 rounds, in my opinion.
Right, because Al Milcher, her trainer said you need the last 2 rounds and you need to win them big. You know, so I think she was winning before the last 2 rounds, but a trainer wants you to close the show.
Yeah, and then that comment from Teach right there, I gave it a 5th round because I said they over in the UK. Because I was scoring it as I was calling the fight, since you weren't calling the fight last night. And I said, I gave Natasha Jonas the 5th round, and I even was like, I'm gonna give her this 5th round. I really think Michaela Mayer won it, but I'm gonna give her this 5th round. I'm just gonna call it a UK round. I'm gonna give her this UK round because I know they're gonna give her one that's some bullshit. They obviously gave her a lot, man. And to me, the right person didn't run. Now, you said something about a rematch. I want to read this to you because this is what Michaela Mayer said after the fight, OG. She said, let me find this shit for you. Hold on. She said, I thought I did enough to win. I would have given her the first round or 2, but after that, I felt I outpunched her and landed the cleaner shots. I think that fight is worth seeing again. I hope we can get this fight done again for the fans if they want it. I'm definitely disappointed, but what else can I do? I hope Natasha will be the stand-up champ that she is and give me another shot at the belts. What do you think of those comments? Would you like to see a rematch?
Yes, I would. Because see, it's not because she's American. It doesn't mean because she's from the UK. It's just that we want to see the right person win. We want to see the right fighter win. I mean, both women, they work hard. They work hard in there, and they work hard in training camp. So it should be the right winner. I mean, it shouldn't be because you fighting at home, so you the winner automatically. It should be one of them Rolly Romero type of fights. It shouldn't be like that. I want to see the right woman win, and it was close enough, I think, that that it should be a rematch. It was a good fight. It was a matter of fact, it was a great fight. And they just had it wrong at the end. So yes, and I think Jonas, if she want to close her career out, I think that would be a good way to do it with the rematch. Yeah.
So think about this, KQ. All the corrupt ass money in boxing, right? All of the money that they funnel to these sanctioning bodies or whatever. Why can't each sanctioning body? So they were fighting for Jonas's IBF, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
IBF welterweight.
Yeah. So why can't the IBF, the WBO, the WBC, and WBA? Why can't each of them hire someone to where they can look at a fight, and if the fight is controversial, they order the rematch and take it out of the fighter's hands and the promoter's hands and all of that. So they can look at Twitter, they can look at the fans, they can look at the social media reaction to the fight and see that everyone feels like the wrong person won, and then they can just order an immediate rematch. So that way, if you don't have no leverage and they don't put a rematch clause in there for you because you the B side or some shit like that, why can't there be a trigger that they can pull to where the IBF can say, hold on, wait a minute, bro. Everybody's saying this woman won. We went and we rewatched the fight. She landed more punches than you. She puffed your eye up, had your nose bleeding, had you holding on 2 or 3 of the last 4 rounds. Why can't we just get an immediate rematch and they just order the shit? And if you don't fight in the rematch, we stripping your ass. Why won't they just do something like that, man?
That sound good on knockout, but we are talking about the sanction bodies and things like that, and we know the things they pull, and of course, it depends on the name of the fighter. Just think about it. If Canelo lost, but he won, you think they're gonna tell Canelo you got a rematch?
Yeah, like when he fought who was that he fought? When he fought Eris Landy Lara and it was a close ass fight. If they would have ordered him a rematch, he probably would have dropped that shit, man.
Right. So I guess it depends on the fighter, who's fighting, and how big the fighter is.
It just gets me, OG, because like you can look at the sport as an analyst and as a fan, and we can all clearly see what the right thing to do is. Right. And boxing always misses the mark because too many times the right thing don't happen.
Right.
Like 2 years ago or 3 years ago now, when I'll never forget when Michael Fox fought Gabriel Mastery. That should have just been an immediate rematch.
Oh man, that was
They just fix it that way, bro.
man.
Maybe Gabriel Mastery erases all doubt and he knocks him out in the second fight and he figures out that length. Or maybe Michael Fox gets his immediate rematch and now all the opportunities that they've been giving to Gabriel Mastery, maybe he works his way up and he has that name now. It's just easy fixes that they could do, but clearly they don't care about fixing their sport as much as we do now. Travion 2 Trio, shout out to him. He put a comment in the chat. He says, I feel like if women fight 3-minute rounds, it will give them a chance to separate themselves from one another. What do you think of that?
Yes, always been pushing that on 3-minute rounds, and on 12 rounds for championship fights. And I'm telling you, last night would have been a great example as they went 12 rounds. Then you would have seen the separation. You would have seen the gas tanks. You would have seen the body work of a mayor come into play, because Jonas was already holding the last 2-3 rounds. She was holding because them body shots hurt, and one she hit him with one man, and she played it off good by clinching, and then of course getting back on her toes for a minute. But she was hurt with that body shot,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think women, they will have more knockouts, and I think because the round just go too fast.
Yeah, especially in a fight like that. Like I agree, specifically in a fight like that where you could see Natasha Jonas would always do good early, and then Michaela Mayer would just turn up on her the back half of the round, and then if they had a whole nother minute, oh, she could have really, because right when she would start putting on Jonas, and Jonas would be getting tired and holding on, and the ref become breaking up, then the bell would ring. Right when she started landing them big shots and going to work, the bell will ring a little bit. So, I think that'd be good. Heavy Bag Butch, I see you in the building. I'm live. You talking about debating and stuff? I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. You can always come through, bro. I don't know you, but you're more than welcome. Timothy Stoudemire, what up? Tunnel Vision, what up? All right, OG. So I want to get to. Let me type this real quick. I want to get to our first story of the day. But yeah, I agree on the rematch. I think they should have a rematch. And I think that'll be good for both of them, so they can erase any doubt. But I doubt that it'll happen. I think that decision lets us know that they got some plans for Natasha Jonas that don't involve Michaela Mayer, and it's sad to see. So Teofimo Lopez, KQ, he calling out Terrence Crawford again. I want to read to you what he said, and we'll talk about it. So Teofimo Lopez, what happened to it? Where'd it go? Okay, here it is. Teofimo Lopez talking about wanting to fight Terrence Crawford. He says he is a 2-time undisputed world champion, and that's all kudos to Terrence Crawford. I cannot take away from the fact that how he dominated the how he dominated the 147-pound division, and how he shows why he is the undisputed champion to this day. When it comes to it, I'm not going to try to discredit or take away all the accomplishments he did from 35 to 40 and now 47. That's solidified a Hall of Famer. But that's what makes great fights happen like this. You got to call out those guys because that's what makes the best fight the best. And that's what brings boxing back to where it's at, like it's always been. This is the Terrence Crawford era, then that's the guy. I give him his flowers. However, I'm a fighter as well, and I know I'm the best, and he says he's the best. So we're not too far away in weight class, and we can make that fight happen. Is he serious? Do you believe him? Do you believe that he wants to fight Terrence Bud Crawford?
I do believe it, because see, Teo has this chip on his shoulders that he is better than what he that he is, and also he's looking for a payday. He already been complaining about that he don't get paid enough. So I think he wanted to put it out there, but I think he knows that he doesn't have a shot, because Terrence Crawford is at 154. He's at 140 now. So he knows he don't have a shot with Terrence Crawford. He knows Terrence Crawford is looking for big fights, and T.O. just is not that big of a fight for Terrence Crawford. So he put it out there. He is a good fighter for someone at 140. I would say that. But with Terrence Crawford, No. Now, yeah, Tio, he got a lot of things going on with him. I don't even know if he's right in the head yet, but he can fight, no doubt about it, and he can punch. I mean, he did Josh Taylor dirty, as you always say, dirty. He did him dirty, but he not gonna do Terrence Crawford dirty.
Oh hell
No,
no.
no doubt about it. So but Tio, I think he just putting it out there, man. He knows it's nothing that's gonna come to fruition with that. So I don't know what he's looking for. Is he cloud chasing or what? I don't know. But yeah, he meant what he said, but he knows he's not gonna get a response.
I
That's
don't
all.
know, OG. I don't know. Shout out to Emmanuel Carter with the 10 piece in the super chat. He ain't say nothing. He
Okay.
just want to show some support. I appreciate that, Emmanuel Carter.
Okay, but you know what? One more thing, Naka, yeah, but no, this ain't the first time. Yeah, he put this out. Of course,
yeah, second time.
he criticized, right. He criticized Terrence Crawford accolades. I had talked about this on my show about how he fought a lot of handicapped fighters.
Yeah, he said he fought
you know,
handicapped fighters. Then
right?
he said Benavidez was on one leg.
Right.
Kell Brook was already injured. He
Oh,
said
right.
Earl Spencer. Yeah, I saw that shit. He been
Yeah.
talking.
So I mean, he's going in on him. No doubt about it. So I think he mean it. But you know, but I mean, it still go back to the same argument we were talking about
Yeah.
when before the fight, how Bud haven't really fought anybody. I mean, that still stands with me. But still, I just don't think. I think it just not gonna come to fruition. That's all.
Yeah,
So that's
everybody
all I got.
please, everybody please hit the like button, get the likes over
Oh
to
yeah.
100.
Oh yeah,
Donate
yeah.
to
Hit
the
the like
channel,
button.
man. Hit the
Yes,
super
sir.
chat and the cash out, man. Please, please, please support the channel. Here's what I say about all that. Holler at me on February 9th, man. Like that's how I feel. Like everybody want all the smoke with everybody OG when they got another fight coming up, man.
Right.
It's no coincidence to me that Teofimo started talking shit about Terrence Crawford. He started talking shit about Devin Haney. He started talking shit about everybody once they announced his Jermaine Ortiz fight. The moment they announced that he was fighting Jermaine Ortiz on Super Bowl week, that man went on a full-blown campaign, and he talking about every single person in around his weight class with a name, except for the person that he fighting, OG. So he fight Jermaine Ortiz on February the 8th.
Right.
Let me see what he talking about on February the 9th, February the 10th, 11th, 12th. Let me see what he do after the fight, because that's these dudes, these dudes that can't sell nothing, that can't sell out their hometown and can't generate no revenue for boxing. They love to tell you that they want all the smoke with everybody in the world when they got another fight coming up. If you wanted them so bad, why didn't you try to fight him instead of Jermaine Ortiz?
Yeah.
If you want to fight all these dudes so bad, why do you only say something like this when you got a fight lined up? And all of them do it. So I hear him. It sounds good, but let me hear him say it if he beat Jermaine Ortiz and he free, and let's say Earl and Bud had a rematch and Bud win, and they both free. Then let's see if you can get Bob Abrams to go into negotiations with him. Then then we can have that conversation. Until then, I'm not trying to hear shit that Teofimo got to say about that, man.
Wait, real quick.
Yes,
That's
sir.
$275 KQKC. Okay. Joseph. I think that was Joseph.
Oh yeah, I should have it here. Here it is, y'all. I usually put it. There it is, right there. It's scrolling at the bottom. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I'll leave that on there for y'all.
Okay.
Y'all be sure to support KQ, man.
Okay. Yes. All right. Make sure you hit the like button, y'all. All right. Go ahead. Knock out.
Shout out to Joseph Jackson with the 5-piece in the cash app. He says, salute to you and OG. Root for my Chiefs today, bro. Nah, I don't root for nobody but the Cowboys, bro. I'm rooting for Lamar Jackson, though, Joseph, to be honest with you. Patrick Mahomes already got some shit, man. Let Lamar get one, man. And shout out to Watch for the Hook with the 5-piece in the super chat. He says, T.O. don't call out people. He don't call out people he don't think he can beat. He did it with Loma and Josh. Y'all better pay attention. He sees something. LOL. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Let me know when he also called them out when he was free. Let me know when he calling out Bud Crawford when he ain't got a fight coming up. Then we can have that conversation. Shout out to Frequent Flyer with the 5-piece in the super chat. He says we probably had a full moon and it pulled on the water on T.O. Brain. #lunatic. Damn, he a lunatic, bro? That's crazy. That's crazy. He called him a lunatic. So I got some more T.O. news I want to talk about. Let me get it. Let me pull it up. I can know. So now I can know what we're talking about. Let me put this right here so everybody can follow along. Right there, boom. Put that up there. All right, so no, that ain't the right one. Hold on. Let me save it. There we go. Teofimo Lopez accused Devin Haney of ducking him over the weekend. I did a video on it. He says that Bill Haney missed meetings, that Devin Haney outpriced himself. Bill Haney response says that he wasn't even on the table when they met with Bob Arum, and that he was talking about some 20 million. Why didn't you offer the 20 million to me that we offered to Tank Davis? And he need to talk to his promoter because his promoter wasn't trying to put no money up or wasn't trying to make the fight. What do you think of this Teofimo Lopez, man? How do we make sense of this? What he had to say, what Bill Haney had to say. There was obviously some leaked DMs that Teofimo showed, showing that he talked to somebody from Madison Square Garden, and they were talking about making the Devin Haney fight. And then Teofimo also said when he tried to talk to Devin about making a fight, that Devin told him he talked to bosses. He don't talk to Teofimo, so he ain't nobody to talk to get a fight with or something like that. So what do you think of that, man? Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney, little back and forth, little situation where basically they accusing each other of ducking each other, man. What you think of that?
Well, first of all, shout out to Joseph Jackson in the Cash App. He said for T.O. face was beat up after the Taylor fight. Salute. Well, yeah, it was. But I still think T.O. got the best of him. But yeah, I appreciate it though. All right, I appreciate it. The Cash App, Joe. All right, yes, sir, my guy, Joseph Jackson. He give me a hard time, but that's my guy. Yeah, but one thing about it, T.O. he wants to fight Devin Haney because right now Devin Haney supposed to be that guy at 140, but he haven't really fought no one yet. Except Regis Prograis. Now, I think it was kind of like in your face with the DM messages. I mean, Bill haven't said anything. Is he thinking about what he gonna lie about? I don't know. Maybe getting his lies together. I don't know. But I mean, still, yeah, he showed proof. And Devin, listen, you're not a boss. Eddie Hearn is the boss. So I'm sorry. I don't understand that. Yo. He keeps saying that. I don't know why.
You're a boss, man. You're a boss. DHP, man.
Because
DHP, man.
DHP never put on a fight yet. I never seen their names on the ropes or anything. I heard the fighters only make $3,000 to $4,000 per fight. I mean, you're not a boss, okay? A boss do a little bit more than that. Eddie Hearn is your boss, all right? So that's who we need to talk to. T.O. need to talk to Eddie Hearn. Now, I mean, I'm just giving you the facts. That's all. Yes, sir. What's up, Drico Bay? I see you, baby. Yes, sir. But one thing about it is, T.O., listen, he looking for a fight. He looking for a nice payday, and he know that Haney's going to bring that payday. Now one thing about Devin, he always talking about a payday. So I kind of see that, but T.O. did the right thing. He showed, look, they didn't want to fight me. And you know what, T.O.? I mean, Knockout. I don't think Devin want to fight him now. Because T.O. now, I will say this. He's very athletic. He can punch. He can move. He's everything that Devin Haney is also. Maybe a little more because of the punching. So I don't think they're ready for a T.O. right now. All right? That's what I think. I don't think he's ready for a T.O. right now. That's how I look at it.
Man, this is one of them situations where both of these dudes be lying and full of shit. So I don't know what I don't even know what to tell you, man. I watched Teofimo daddy talking about they need $20 million to fight Devin Haney. I watched Teofimo tell us it was a conspiracy why he lost to George Kambosos, and that they only made him lose to George Kambosos because he knew that Devin Haney was gonna be undisputed and it was gonna be all scripted and shit. I watch him in the ring telling us, do I still got it? And then turn around and be like, oh, that was just for publicity. that was just for publicity. I was just messing with y'all and shit. So I don't know, bro. Like when you got Teofimo Lopez and Bill Haney telling you shit, man, it just I don't know who to believe. I don't know what's true and what's not true. What I do know is that as the undisputed champion, Devin Haney was in good position to move up and pick Teofimo and make Teofimo fight him instead of fighting Regis Prograis. I do know that. What I do know is that Top Rank, the best thing they can offer for Devin Haney at 140 was a Teofimo fight. And I did hear Bob Arum said that we would offer Devin Haney a Teofimo fight if he wants to come back and do business with us again. So I don't know if maybe Bob Arum changed his mind according to Bill Haney, and when he met with Bill Haney, Teofimo wasn't on the table. So I'd be curious to know who was on the table. I saw Teofimo lie about retiring and shit. And then if I started talking about all the lies I've heard Bill Haney tell, then that'll take up the rest of the show. So I'm not gonna do that. But what I will say is I don't know who to believe. OG, I'm at a loss for words because both of them be lying and shit, man.
But you
so
can't
it's hard to see, like, did he really have a meeting that he missed? I don't know, because Teofimo is the one saying it. And then if Bill Haney says, no, I didn't miss the meeting, I showed up to the meeting, then shit, I won't know because he the one saying it. I need a third party, is what I'm telling you. I need somebody involved in the situation that's not one of them to let me know what the hell really happened and what the hell going on, man. Like so, that's where I'm at with them too, man.
But let me say, so the DM messages, do you think they're authentic?
Unless they with those, I would just put myself in the other person's shoes. If they're not authentic and you run Madison Square Garden's booking like this guy that he was texting apparently looks like they do, would you let somebody lie on you like that? Right. Like, would you let somebody sully your name like that? So if they put out some text messages that's not you, that you didn't write, that they were fabricating, that could hurt your business in the future. So I would think that if they weren't real, then he would come out and be like, bro, I don't know what the hell Teofimo talking about. We do great business with Top Rank. We do great business with Matchroom, DAZN, and Eddie Hearn, because you know they both of those promotional companies have been to Madison Square Garden. They've done shows at the Hulu Theater. So if somebody was lying, if Teofimo was lying about him reaching out to him, I would think that dude would take up for himself because that makes him look bad if that didn't happen. So for right now, until he comes out and says, nah, he ain't contacting me, then I'd say, yeah, that shit got to be real, because anybody that's in business like that, if somebody says something about you that's not true, you're going to speak up for yourself because it's going to make you look bad with your other people. You know? So that's what I think. I think it is real, man.
J. Bruce Bromfield. I'm not a hater. I'm just telling you the truth. That's all.
What are you talking about? My favorite two Devin haters. Good morning. Good morning to you as well, sir. Good morning to you as well, sir.
Real quick. Shout out to I don't know this person, but to get T Carter. I'm just gonna put your last name out there, Carter. All right, that's your government name, and you got to put your Cash App. I mean your YouTube name in here. But I appreciate you in the Cash App. All right. Thank you.
Already. Right. Shout out to Watch for the Hook with the 5-piece in the super chat. Said, somebody fight Matias, please. I want to see if he hype or not. Bringing up Matias. Let's talk about Subriel Matias. I have a story on him. Give me a second.
Yeah, this is one. Is this the guy that nobody wants to fight? Is this the guy that called everybody out and called him a chicken and everything, and nobody responded? Wow.
Yeah. Okay. That's him.
Oh, that's man. Him. Okay.
For sure. Let me Subriel.
Yeah.
All right, so Subriel Matias and Devin Haney. Subriel Matias' trainer said this about a potential Devin Haney fight. He says, hold on, let me find it. He said that's with Matias at the IBF. Matias doesn't struggle with weight. He says no, because the IBF still needs to do what they do. It depends on who wins, the judging and all the supervising thing, but mostly the IBF wins, where you still have to do the 10-pound thing. So he's basically saying that Devin Haney and Subriel Matias probably won't happen because Devin Haney won't be able to do the 10-pound IBF rehydration limit. And he says, guess who that IBF 10-pound rehydration limit will be a problem for? Devin Haney. Not for us. And again, we're here to do it. You're not giving me an opportunity. We're world champions. Devin Haney, yeah, he beat these guys. When asked, because they asked him if Devin Haney would beat Mario Barrios, he said, yeah, he'll beat him. And then he just giving Devin props for beating Regis Prograis. But the main thing he says is that the Subriel Matias Devin Haney fight, it'd be hard to make because Devin Haney won't be able to do the IBF 10-pound rehydration clause. What do you think of that, man? Do you think that fight won't be made because of that?
Well, that is a reason for one, because we all know the 10-pound, and we know Devin, hell, it's almost a middleweight. Y'all know how big he is right now. Now, also, I don't think that fight will be made just on pure on skill. That's all, skill, pure skill and punching power. Now, yes, he does get hit a lot, Matisse, but he just walk it off and keep coming. And you hit him and hit him and hit him, he still keep coming and coming and coming. So I think that I don't think anything that Devin can do that he can beat this young man. So I mean that's that's two reasons there. And I don't think they now. And I told everybody this: watch how Devin Haney moves from here on out, because he's gonna gain weight. He's a growing young man, and he's getting bigger. Shakur getting bigger too now. But watch how they move him. He's gonna be moving, strategic. All right. So he's not gonna go. Look, I went straight to Regis. Older, flat-footed, don't have no bounce in his ounce, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I see it. But see, if Devin do it right, he can be a Floyd Mayweather, right? He can be a very defensive fighter. You don't have to punch all the time. He can do it. He can be a very great defensive fighter like Floyd was. Wait a minute now. Let me.
Jay Grant said you go up in Devin's weight every day. He said he a welterweight, then he a super welterweight. Now you saying he a middleweight.
That's my guy, Jay Grant. Yeah, he always mess with me, man. Yeah, okay, Jay. But no, I'm serious though. Now, not pretty boy Floyd. Money Mayweather. Okay, because Pretty Boy Floyd was knocking people out, and we all know Devin had a knockout in 5 years. All right, but I'm saying that if he can, get his defensive skills to set, he can, be a great defensive fighter. You don't have to always punch to win. To be successful. But I don't think that fight gonna get made with Machisa unless he leave the IBF. That's the only way.
Yeah. So here's the
That's
thing.
all.
First, shout out to the homie Joseph with the 5-piece in the cash app. He says they're not scared of shit. His trainer won't no smoke. He said Matias trainer won't no smoke. I see Nick J in the building. Y'all go check out Nick J channel over there, man. The Queens of Boxing Talk. They doing their thing every Friday and Sunday. Yeah, she in the building. They doing their thing every Friday and Sunday, and they doing a hell of a job, man. Emmanuel Carter with the 2-piece in the super chat says that was me, OG, today. Carter Cash.
Okay.
That's him. That's the homie
Okay.
Emmanuel.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Pearl Infinity, what's up, man? Salute. We got Watch for the Hook with the 2-piece in the super chat. He says, are they gonna age Matias out? Is that the plan? I hope not. He deserve an opportunity. Here's what I say. Matias Matias is 31. Here, let me look. Because now you're making me lie to you. And I don't want to lie. I think he's 31 though. Let me see.
Oh, that ain't old.
Nah, he ain't. What the hell? Why is my shit tripping? Okay, here we go. Subriel Matias age 31. Yep, I was right. Ha ha. Ha ha. No, but what I was gonna say. Oh, so Subriel Matias, his trainer, is dead ass wrong because in a unification fight, since Devin has the WBC and he has the IBF, there won't be any rehydration limit. There won't be any limit. The IBF can't. So the only time that comes into effect when you're only fighting for the IBF belt. So the fight that we talked about earlier, Natasha Jonas and Michaela Mayer, since they were only fighting for the IBF, then that's when the 10-pound rehydration limit comes into play. But when you're fighting for more than one belt, the WBC and the IBF, or it's a 3-belt, or it's an undisputed fight, then that doesn't go into play. So his trainer is wrong, and his trainer needs to maybe study up on the rules of boxing if you're gonna be in boxing. but
right,
man,
right, because when you got all the belts, you don't have to go by just the IBF. So
yeah, the more plausible reason why the fight wouldn't happen is business on both sides. So for Devin the Dream Haney, Nick J, Jay Grant Jr., Joseph Jackson, all the Devin Haney fans, shout out to y'all in the chat. The business of Devin Haney, y'all do not understand how badly this young man does not want to go back on free television. The last thing that he wants is to go back to fighting for a guaranteed purse with no back end money. I don't understand why y'all don't know that is the most important thing to him and his daddy. Y'all talk that legacy shit, y'all talk that Hall of Fame shit, all you want. But the most important thing to that young man, Rick Timms, what up? The most important thing to his team is to continue to build their name and try to be a star.
Right.
So him fighting Subriel Matias is bad for his business because as good as Subriel Matias is, the language barrier there, the fact that he's not a big name in the sport, you can't sell that shit on pay-per-view and it be a dangerous ass fight. So for his business, it makes no sense to try to make that fight. Why do you think he's so mad at Ryan Garcia? He's still tweeting at Ryan Garcia. You scared?
He pissed at Ryan.
Why y'all think he's so mad at Ryan, bro? That boy won't be on pay-per-view bad, right? So there's that. And then the business Subriel Matias, his team is extremely amicable and friendly and loves doing business with the PBC. And if they're still doing business with PBC, he's not getting that fight, bro. So for Subriel Matias's team, his team has done a lot of business with Showtime. You go look at his last 5, 6, 7 fights, they all been on Showtime. They've had a very great relationship with the PBC, his promoter and manager. So that ain't happening next for those reasons. I would put, instead of the IBF 10-pound rehydration limit that doesn't exist since it will be a unification fight, I would say that those reasons are much more prevalent and much more pronounced as to why that fight won't happen next. And I know it makes Bullet mad. I know Bullet, man, give us Subriel Matias, man. We want Subriel Matias. Bro, Devin Haney ain't looking for that fight right now, for real, bro. They not trying to make that fight right now because it's not good for business, bro. They are pissed. They thought they had one with Ryan Garcia. They are pissed that Ryan Garcia has moved on to somebody else because that was their one shot to be on pay-per-view without the face of boxing. You know what I mean? Or as Bill Haney would say, without the former face of boxing. That's the only chance was Ryan Garcia. So, you know, that's...
Let me ask you something. You know, Oscar pissed too.
Yeah, I'm about to get on Ryan Garcia. We about to talk about him. Yeah, I got some Ryan stuff. But shout out to Jay Broomfield with the 2-piece in super chat. Matias a punching bag for an elite fighter. I disagree, bro. I think of Matias at 140, bro. He like a David Benavidez. He's like an Artur Beterbiev at 175. He a problem. He a problem. He a problem up there. If them guys, Jay and Broomfield, if we talking about Devin Haney, Teofimo, shit, Tank Davis, Gary Antoine Russell, Richardson Hitchens, all these guys that have more skill than Subriel Matias, that got better feed and better defense and better pedigree. All these guys, bro, if they can't pop him with something to get his respect and keep them up off of him, that shit over with. Like, go look at David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. You'll see Caleb Plant got better feet than him. He got faster hands. He got a better jab. He more athletic. He's slicker than David Benavidez. You would look at them two and be like, oh, Caleb Plant, the better fighter. But what happened? He ain't have enough shit to keep David up off of him. And what ended up happening to his ass? What ended up happening to him? You look at Artur Beterbiev, Callum Smith, long as shit, got a good jab, long reach, bigger than him, taller than him, got all the physical advantages. What happened? He couldn't keep Artur up off his ass. It's certain fighters where you might be a better boxer than them, but it's certain motherfuckers that you have to fight off of you. And if these guys at 140 can't catch him with some shit to get their respect, that shit over with. Cause him, guys like him, guys like David Benavidez, Jay Broomfield, they don't care about getting hit. And when you don't care about getting hit, you find your way inside unless somebody can pop your ass and hurt you. So when you don't care about getting hit, you're like, okay, jab me, bro. I'm just gonna keep coming. Okay, throw your straight right hand, bro. I'm just gonna keep coming. When that's your mentality, somebody got to crack that code in your chin, or it's gonna be a problem. Cause you gonna get inside. When like you can't do nothing, you can't keep somebody off of you that don't care about getting hit. that's not gonna stop coming. So nah, he a problem, bro. He a problem, Jay Broomfield. I think you off on that one. I think Matias a problem for all them dudes at 140 pounds. And the guys coming up from 135, they're small. They will be coming up to 140. I think he a huge problem. Let me catch these super chats and you got it, OG. We got P Hunter with the 5-piece in the super chat. He say, KQ, Dev doesn't have the killers on his resume like Floyd did. He can be like Joe Calzaghe, who beat the old killers, but not like Floyd. I think he was just talking about fighting style.
I was talking about the difference in I was talking about the difference in Pretty Boy Floyd and
Money Mayweather.
I was saying that I was saying that Devin can be like Pretty Boy Floyd. You know, he got the he's a boxer and he can show the defensive skill set that Floyd, it was hard to hit Floyd. You know, when he became Pretty Boy Floyd, but when he was big, when he was Money Mayweather, but when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, man,
he get in there and get busy with you. Just ask Diego Corrales. He get in there and get busy. Go ask Arturo Gotti about that version, bro. He go in there and get busy on your ass real quick. I was rewatching that fight maybe like a month ago. I was bored and shit, boy. When he was catching Arturo Gotti with them right hands down low, then he brought the right hands back up top, and Arturo Gotti was so slow. Arturo Gotti was getting hit in the body, then he tried to block the body after he got hit. Then he got hit in the face, then he tried to block the face. He was blocking after Floyd was hitting his ass. I was like, God damn, Floyd, you did.
But McGirt said, no, you ain't going back in there. Your eye.
Hey, that's the only other time. That time right there, and the time against Archie Turbiev and Callum Smith. Those are the only 2 times I seen Buddy get up on the ring and be like, "Nah, we gotta stop this shit, ref. Stop the fight. This shit getting bad, boy." Floyd put a whooping on that boy. Watch for the hook with the 5-piece in the super chat says, I officially became an Earl fan, an EJ fan, when he went to England to fight Kale. If Dev beat Matias, I'm officially a fan. However, I still think he beats Tank. Yeah, man. I hope we get to see that Tank and Devin fight because you damn show off on that one. Watch for the hook. And shout out to on that one, dog. Look, so Ryan Garcia, man.
Okay, wait a minute. Go ahead. Let me just read this real fast. Shout out to Joseph Jackson and the Cash App. He also said, for Black Jesus enemies, turn into his followers later. Now,
hold on. Oh, I got some too. Joseph Jackson with the 5-piece in the Cash App. He says, it's just water weight. Watch Black Jesus walk on water.
Hey, I don't know why people don't think.
I'm gonna put y'all ass on the spot, bro. I'm gonna put y'all ass on the spot.
I think Devin's a good fighter. I do. No doubt about it.
Joseph Jackson and Jonathan Jackson. Y'all ain't got to Cash App these answers. Y'all can just put it in the chat. I got a question for y'all, bro. Right now.
Don't tell me.
You can get a Chiefs. You can get a Chiefs Super Bowl. You can get a Chiefs Super Bowl for the next 2 years, but Tank knock out Devin. Or Devin can win against Tank, but the Chiefs never win another Super Bowl for as long as you're alive. Which one would you take? I'm gonna find out about y'all ass today. I'm gonna find out about you today. I'm gonna see who you really love. So let me know which one y'all would take. Joseph and Jonathan, this is just for you. Matter of fact, this is for all the Devin Haney fans that are football fans. If you could get your team to win 2 Super Bowls, but Devin Haney got to get knocked out by Tank, or Devin beats Tank, but your team never wins another Super Bowl as long as you alive, which one would y'all pick? I just want to know. I just want to look. They love Devin so much, OJ. Like, we already got 2. I don't need no more Super Bowls. We already got 2 Super Bowls. I don't need no more Super Bowls. Y'all boy crazy, man. And shout out to the homie Jonathan Jackson. He dropped a Cash App. He say 3-piece in the Cash App. He say WBC Trump IBF sounds like they worried about size. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that's 100% factual, bro. That's what I said before I saw your Cash App. But you're definitely right on that, bro. Shout out to Jalen James with the 5-piece in the super chat. He say Devin outboxes Matias. Matias leaves himself open in every fight. And last fight, Matias went 12 rounds. He lost. 100% he lost the last fight. He went 12 rounds. But then he came back and sent the motherfucker to the hospital and knocked his ass out in the 8th round.
Wait a minute.
Yes,
Was that
he
the
did
last fight?
lose.
That was the
Huh?
last fight about a month ago. He fought.
Like 2 months ago. And he made the
Okay.
dude stop. He got 5 fights in a row where he done made fighters like stop in the corner and shit. Like they
Wow.
won't even come out the corner. Like that, people don't understand. That's a different type of beating, bro. Well, he don't knock people out. He make them not want to fight no more.
Wow.
Like they in fear for their health. Like he got people scared for their health. Like, you know what? I'm done. I'm finished with this shit, man. So yeah, I think Matias is a problem for anybody at 140. I don't think anybody easily beats him, bro. Like, whatever. Y'all got that. Shout out to BB King with the 5-piece in the super chat. Says, for all Haney fans, how does Devin beat Tank? Please enlighten us. Oh man, we'll be here all night for that. We got other stuff to talk about. I'm sure it'll come up tomorrow night because I anticipate sometime this week Tank fight gonna be announced. Man, it's too much smoke, but smoke there's fire. Shout out to Shoo Bang with the 2-piece in the super chat. Says Dev tires late fight. Matias gets stronger late. Yeah, that's never a good combination. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all need to start respecting Matias the same way people got respect for David Benavidez. He like that. He's like that. Y'all better wake up. Look, so we got the Tank Day. Let me put this on the screen. We got a couple more topics before we wrap the show, y'all. Let me
Calvin Ford is at home, and I spoke with him, and he's doing fine. And yes, he's going to do the interview with me, and but he just want to take a breath for a minute. Took the kids straight to a boxing match last 2 nights ago, and he said he's ready to get back in the groove. All right.
And OG is gonna let me do the interview with him. And yes, I'm gonna be asking some questions. I got some questions, Coach Calvin, and it's all respect and love, but I got some things that people need to hear. Goddamn it, and I'm gonna ask you. We don't switch up over here, so I'm gonna be respectful as hell, but I got some questions, man. They gonna be some tough ones now. I got questions. So for those of y'all that I will say, y'all can send your questions and I'll try to get them answered. Those y'all that got my behind the scenes contact information, a couple of you got my email, some of you got my phone number. If there are certain questions that you want Coach Calvin to be asked, just let me know and we'll try to get those answers for y'all, because OG is doing this for y'all and he's gracious enough to allow me to do it with him. So we want to make sure that we asking questions that y'all want answered. You know what I mean? So send those to me via email. My email is right there. Or you can if you got my number, you can text them to me. Shout out to Cedric Walcott too. In the super chat with the 5-piece. He says, my man Peyton Manning already has 2 Super Bowls. Yes, I want Devin to kick Tank Davis's ass. Damn, y'all like fighters more than your football team? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Shout out to Frequent Flyer with the 5-piece in the super chat. It says, y'all Tank fans that want to fight at 135, y'all don't want Tank to fight Hanos. Y'all want Tank to fight Dranos. I like that name. He Dranos down at 135, bro. Damn. That's tough. That's tough, man. All right, so let me put this on the screen so everybody can know where we are in the show. Here we go. The Tank Davis sweepstakes. So Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia are fighting to find out who can fight the only fighter that Tank Davis didn't knock out in Isak Pitbull Cruz. So the 3 Tank Davis losers are all fighting to fight each other, OG. Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero fell out because Ryan says that Rolly was overpricing himself. And now Ryan is claiming that him and Isak Pitbull Cruz are in negotiations, but Rolly is claiming that him and Isak Pitbull Cruz, the fight is already done. When did Isak Pitbull Cruz become this hot commodity? What the hell is going on, OG? What do you think of this Rolly, Ryan, Pitbull, Tank Davis knockout sweepstakes? Or I lost to Tank Davis with one hand sweepstakes. What do you think of this shit, man? What's going on with these boys, man?
Man, and y'all don't criticize me what I'm about to say. I know y'all are gonna do that, but Tank fought all these guys. All these guys overnight became that guy. Pitbull Cruz always nice. That's why he worried the hell out of Tank trying to get a fight. I mean, he turned down fights so he can fight Gervonta Davis. Why? The payday. Why? Also because the notoriety. All right, I fought Gervonta Davis. I took him to 12 rounds. He didn't knock me out. So that made him an instant, face over there in Mexico. Now he got a big fan following now and everything. Ryan Garcia, same way with him. What's up, Ryan? All right, Ryan Garcia. One thing about him, he sat there, he fought Tank Davis. Yeah, he lost, but he made $30 million. And Tank, I think they say made close to 80 million. Now, of course, now everybody, okay, Tank is the money man in the face of boxing. So Ryan, now he think, okay, well, I made this, so I'm the face because I brought in, because let's be honest, Ryan brought in people too now. He turned them Instagram followers into casual fans. So now all three of them, well, I forgot about Rolly. Okay, Rolly, he got knocked out. But Rolly, wait a minute, hold on. Rolly got a mouthpiece though, baby. Rolly got a mouthpiece. So he can sell a fight. He do his part too. So everybody did their part when he fought Tank. No pressure on Tank. I mean, I'm not down on Tank or anything, but Ryan got the Instagram followers to come on with him. All right. Rolly got that mouthpiece to come along with him. And Pitbull Cruz had Mexico to come along with him as he took him to 12 rounds. So now they are instant a star now. Now everybody probably pricing out each other. And Ryan, he always been like that. You don't know what gonna happen to his done. So he don't want Oscar De La Hoya dictating who he should fight. First he trying to get him rolling. Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
Right.
Yeah.
Why? Because Oscar don't want Floyd to get none of his money. Shit, Floyd, stay out of this, right?
Floyd out here promoting Ryan through Oscar ass.
Right. Cause Jose Ramirez is with Golden Boy now. He left Top Right.
Trying to get some in-house money with Ryan. Ryan like, nope.
Right. He said
Ryan,
no.
Ryan trying to give all that money to the PBC and them, bro.
Yes.
Rolling, Pitbull, Tank.
Yes.
Then when you come back over there and fight the War Tay on Golden Boy, that shit be on free TV. They can't make no money out of it.
Man, so that's what it is, I think. And now they don't know who they want to fight. I think what they're doing is who they can get the highest bidder. What fight gonna make them the most money?
Yeah.
And they only got a small window. I saw Nikki J comment earlier, which she said it's only a few out there that can do pay-per-views and things like that.
100%, yeah.
Right. So now, all these guys think they're a pay-per-view attraction. So cause they fought who? What's the common denominator?
Tank David, they fought Tank, man. They
right.
fought Tank. Hey, shout out Joseph Jackson real quick in the cash. He said the Tank and them paid in the cash out with the 2-piece. He said Tank paid Isak Pitbull Cruz. He didn't pay him with money, bro. He paid him with rice and beans. That's what he said, bro. That's fucked up, man. That ain't right. That ain't right.
Jackson in the cash app. He said
that ain't right, Joseph.
For landing the interview. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shout out Rick Harrison too with the 1 piece in the cash app, man. I appreciate you, bro. Everything counts over here, buddy. Appreciate you, Rick. So yeah, I agree with a lot of what you said. I think that Ryan Garcia, I mean, he pulled out so many negotiations. So what does that mean? So he told his team to negotiate with Devin, and then he said, "Nah, never mind, Devin. You did 30K pay-per-view buy." So he pulls out of that shit. And then he pulls out a Rolly after saying that him and Rolly gonna fight. Oscar De La Hoya says, "Well, I guess we're doing Jose Ramirez and Ryan Garcia." Ryan Garcia said, "Hell nah, we'll do Ryan versus Oscar before we do goddamn Jose Ramirez." And then now he's talking about fucking Isak Pitbull Cruz, but the catch is Rolly's talking about he fighting Isak Pitbull Cruz. So I don't know, OG. All I know is why are the people that got knocked out by first we got knocked out by Tank Davis Super Bowl where Ryan was about to fight Rolly. Now they both fighting to fight the only dude to see who didn't get knocked out by Tank. It's just an odd situation, man. And I don't know. Pitbull, he lost his last fight to Gervonta Cabrera for real. When did Pitbull become this big ass name? He hasn't been a main event since fighting Tank, bro. They've been putting him on undercards since he fought Tank Davis. Why are these guys chasing after Pitbull? Is it because they see money or is it because they see food? Do they think that he's an easy mark right now? They think that he's easy to beat with his sloppy come forward style. Do they think they can just beat him, bro? Like I don't know what the intrigue is to fight Pitbull Cruz, man. I don't get it. And Rolly and Ryan supposed to be at 140. Pitbull was at 135 last time I checked.
Yeah. And he's shorter than Tank.
Yeah, bro. He's a little dude.
Yeah.
He's a little dude, man. Little ass dude. So I think that they just see an easy ass fight. I think that they trying to find an easy way to get a big payday, and all of them really trying to get on pay-per-view by still attaching themselves to Tank in some way. Because if they fight Pitbull, if Rolly fight him or Ryan fight him, they can still use they can still bring up Tank Davis a lot to sell that fight, bro. Everybody is making other fights, but trying to find a way to use Tank to sell their fight so that they can try to get some numbers. And I would just hope that they would learn that that's not how you sell, man. I don't understand why everybody keeps doing this shit, man. Sell on your own merits, promote yourself, and sell that way, bro. It hasn't worked for anyone, bro. The only person I can remember in recent memory that they promoter kept attaching themselves to somebody and it sold and it was good for him was when Bob Arum kept attaching Manny Pacquiao to Floyd Mayweather. That shit worked because Manny was selling. He was right behind Floyd, fighting his old opponents. They was bringing up Floyd at every fight, and it was working because Manny was putting on great performances against Hall of Fame level fighters. But these new age fighters, man, they keep doing this shit over and over again, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. All of them got Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, attached themselves to Canelo Alvarez. The shit don't work. They didn't become big stars. They didn't sell. You got all these guys. You got Devin Haney. You got fucking Teofimo. You got these guys, Ryan and Rolly and Isak Cruz. They all trying to attach themselves to Tank, and the shit not working, bro. Can you just try to be yourself and sell on your own? That's what I would try to get them to do, man. So it don't make no sense to me, man. We got Rick Harrison with the 5-piece in the cash app. He says Williams Zepeda is right up Tank's alley. That ain't a big enough fight. He speaks Spanish. He can't really talk a whole lot of English, and there will be a cross promotional fight. It ain't big enough for cross promotional fight. He got bigger fights in house that are better fights. They will make more money, which brings me to what is up Tank's alley. Our last topic of the day. We got to talk about who is Tank Davis gonna fight next. We got some cryptic messages from Jose Rayo Valenzuela. He says the best is yet to come. But then Frank Martin on his Instagram yesterday says this next one is gonna be. Hold on, let me find this shit. He says I'm taking it to the ceiling on the next one, talking about his next fight. So both Jose Rayo Valenzuela and Frank the Ghost Martin are throwing out hints that they fighting Tank Davis. You got Frank the Ghost Martin, who's number 3 in the WBA lightweight rankings. We know that Tank Davis is a WBA champion right now. You got Jose Rayo Valenzuela, who just won a WBA title eliminator against Chris Colbert. OG, who, as we get ready to hopefully get this Tank Davis announcement next week, who is he fighting, OG?
Yeah, I know. You know,
who is he fighting? And then who would you prefer, Frank Martin or Jose Rayo Valenzuela? We know he's not fighting Pitbull,
right?
Because Pitbull is about to fight either Ryan or Rolly, so that's great. We got Pitbull, sorry, trash ass off the table. Who he fighting?
Man, you know, that's a good question because we know he used to fight in a lot of Hispanic fighters. Like I told everyone. He's on the WBA, and of course, it's over 50% of Hispanics in the WBA. Then also you got Frank Martin, same side of the street, easy fight to be made, and that can happen also. You know, so they're both skilled fighters. They both can box, both can fight on the front and back foot. You know, so I mean that's something. But I will tell you this that that fight. Whoever he fight is going to be a good fight and one of the best fighters he fought in a long time because he's going to be fighting on Amazon Prime, and they are bringing out their top guns for these.
Amazon, that's one thing. Amazon ain't finna do no motherfucking bullshit fights. They about that. Right. They about their bread. They about their good product. They try to take shit over when they get into it. So they ain't trying to put on no bullshit fights on Amazon Prime, bro.
All right, exactly. So that's what they plan on doing. So, but your guess is good as mine. I can't really say. Uh, um, I don't know Jose Rio. Yes, he might have it, but I don't think so. I don't think he's ready for it. So but I don't know. That's a good question because you can't do a cross promotion with Marcello or whatever over there, Golden Boy. That would have been a good fight, but
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen. So, yeah. So, yeah.
I think and shout out Ray Davis. Y'all go check out his show with Claymore Rain, man. Y'all go check him out. Ray, you can drop the link in there if you want to.
Mhm.
Obviously, if you give me the choice between Frank Martin and El Rayo, I I want Frank Martin, bro. I think Frank Martin's a better fighter than Jose Rayo Valenzuela. He's won his big step up against Michelle Rivera. Rayo got 2 losses. He's been stopped brutally before. And
Mhm.
if you're not gonna fight, if you're not fighting Frank Martin, it shouldn't be Rayo. It should be Edwin De Los Santos, bro. So I would prefer Frank Martin and Edwin De Los Santos. Those are the two. But based on how PBC has moved, with Rayo being in the title eliminator, with Frank Martin pulling out of the Shakur fight, it's probably one of them two. It would do wonders for Frank Martin's image in his career, even if
Yeah.
he lose the Tank. Because now we would all have to recant and move back and say, "Damn, bro, he didn't duck Shakur Stevenson." Because if you fighting Tank Davis instead of Shakur Stevenson, bro, like that's common sense. Anyone would want that fight. It's bigger money. It's a bigger name for you, win or lose. And Tank Davis is a more dangerous fighter than Shakur Stevenson. So you can't say that he ducked Shakur to fight Tank. So it would do wonders for Frank Martin. You could attach Earl Spence to it, who we all know is a big name in boxing, and Tank Davis, it does wonders for him. You got people in the chat right now. I'm reading their chats. They like Tank don't fight black fighters. Tank is scary. Tank is this. Tank is that. Well, when you start looking at going back to 2023 and you start looking at a resume that got Hector Luis Garcia, then Ryan Garcia right behind it, then you throw Frank Martin as his next fight, coming out of jail, being out of the ring for almost a year. People gonna have to start putting some respect on that young man's name. So it could do wonders for both of them, in my opinion, and it'll also be a
Yes.
good test run to see how does Tank sell against a black American fighter. Because when you think of fights in the future, like a fight with Shakur or a fight with Devin Haney, like how can he sell? What type of numbers does he pull in if he fights somebody that comes from the same demographic that he comes from? So it'd be a good test run for the business, and it also be a good test run to see inside of the ring. Okay, how does he deal with somebody that got some feet, they got some athleticism, that can move
Right.
around the ring a little bit. So it's just the overall really good test and a really good fight, and it'll show that when Tank Davis said from now on, I'm running my career and I'm going at people. I mean, you got to put some respect on that shit because Frank Martin is a damn good fighter. And if we were excited for Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin, but you don't want to be excited for the prospects of a Tank Davis and Frank Martin fight, then you just hating at this point, bro. You know what I'm saying? You hating at this point because it was a lot of people that are Devin Haney fans in the chat that had Frank Martin beating Shakur Stevenson. Now, I don't know if it was just because you hate Shakur because of his little thing with Devin Haney, but y'all thought he was on the level to where he could compete with Shakur Stevenson. So if Tank Davis is fighting him, hats off to him and much respect. But if he is fighting El Rayo, we got to cook him. We got to
Yeah.
cook him. That's not a good fight, man. That is
Yeah.
not. That's not a good fight. It's other opponents that are better than him. The dark horse, though, that people need to think about that we should also criticize him for, OG, that I don't think a lot of people are talking about is, man, if they come out here with a Gary Russell Jr. fight, I'm gonna lose
I don't
my
want to see that. Yeah.
mind, man.
Yeah. I
I'm
don't
gonna
want to see
lose
that.
my mind.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if they're saying, there's rumors that he can't leave Baltimore and shit, and he has to stay close to Baltimore or whatever. If they'll try to sell that to us by putting him and Gary Russell in the DMV somewhere. Man, I'm gonna lose my mind, bro. Gary Russell ain't fought in 2 years, and he fight down at featherweight. But that is somebody that I've been hearing that was in contention to get that fight. It's always been Frank Martin, Isak Pitbull Cruz, and then recently Rayo, and then Gary Russell Jr. is what I've kept hearing. Was the rumor from some of my sources. So I'm just hoping that it's Frank Martin, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's the best, realistic, most marketable fight that he can have, and it'll be great for both of them. So that's what we're gonna hope for over here, man. You got any other stories, anything else, OG, that you want to
No,
talk about?
no, I'm just saying that Arena, that's on my channel, so I go check it out. Okay, when I get off. Okay, I see. Okay, now, but I don't want to see Gary Russell, Jr. I like Gary, I do, I really do. But
Yeah,
no, listen, I like Tank Davis, I really do. But it's time for him to get in there and fight. I mean, some real tough competition. I don't want people saying, "Oh, well, he's fighting a flat-footed Hispanic or whatever." And I think, like you said, Frank Martin, I think this would be good for his career because right now he doesn't have a really big fan base. He's only attached to Earl Spence.
yeah.
That's how you look at it. But if he goes in there and fight a good fight and still lose, I mean, still he would get the notoriety. Hey, man, this boy can box. This guy, you get this chance to see.
Shit, we see what losing did for Pitbull.
Right, exactly.
We
They-
see what it did for Ryan. Shit, they boy
right,
lose and get a good name. Boy, he might gain. He'll
right,
lose, gain like 200,000 Instagram followers, another 100,000 followers on Twitter.
right.
Shit,
So,
it'll be in there,
man,
bro.
and so I don't like that, especially if he give Tank a damn good fight. So but yeah, that's what I want to see. That's who I want to see. Now, Ryo, we know what happened to him, and you know how he got knocked out. He's not with the Benavides camp no more. So I just want to see him fight Frank Martin. That would be a great fight to start off with. And we
Yeah.
are talking about in March, y'all. We are talking about in March.
March
Uh,
30th. That's when
yeah.
it's supposed to be, man. That's when it's
So
supposed to be for sure.
right.
Shout out to Watch for the Hook with the 2-piece in the Super J. Say, give the brothers a shot. Even De Los Santos. If you consider De Los Santos a brother, then Hector Garcia and Rolly are brothers, bro.
Mhm.
If you consider Afro Cuban, Afro Dominican people brothers, then in the case of Edwin, then you gotta say that Hector's a brother, right? Or that's a little different. That's a little different. Shout out Frequent Flyer with the 5-piece in Super Chat. Nah, KO, we gonna go with Frank ducked, and that means Shakur ducked. Hashtag 25%. Nah, bro. Frank ducked as a noun until his next fight is announced. Frank did duck Shakur, I gotta make it clear, Frequent. He ducked Shakur. But if we find out that the reason he ducked Shakur is because he got a Tank Davis fight for more money, that ain't a duck no more, dog. But based off the information that we have, I 100% agree with you. I've been calling Frank Martin a duck that whole time since it happened. But with new information, you have to change your mind. You have to pivot. You have to be willing to say, oh, I didn't know that. I got some new information, so I can change my opinion. The only information that we have right now is that Frank Martin had an opportunity to fight Shakur Stevenson for the vacant WBC title. He accepted it. They agreed to it. They called off the purse bid, and then at the last minute, he pulled out of the fight. That is a duck. I agree 100% Frequent. That's a duck because that's the only information that we have. But if we add to that information, if we then say Frank Martin agreed to fight Shakur Stevenson, they called off the purse bid, he had agreed to the fight, he pulled out at the last minute because he ended up fighting Gervonta Tank Davis in March. If we add that to it, it ain't a duck no more, dog. It ain't a duck no more. When you get new information, bro, you gotta be willing to change your mind, dog. Like if you pull out of a November fight with Shakur because you don't want to fuck up the bag for a March fight with Tank Davis, because you got that little extra, as a Kilo said in the chat, because Tank was willing to give you a little extra, like he said over there on the Queens of Boxing Talk. All I asked was for a little extra, Tank was willing to give that shit to you. You fighting a guy with a bigger name in boxing, a guy that many consider to be a better fighter, and a guy that is no question is a more dangerous fight than motherfucking Shakur Stevenson. So you can't call Frank a duck if that's what he chose to do. And shout out to the homie Rolo in the photo. I see you talking your shit in the chat, talking bullshit. But I see you talking your shit in the chat, my homie. Shout out to my homie Rolo. That's all I got. KQ, you got anything else before we wrap the show, man?
Nah, that's all I got, man.
All right, man.
Today.
Y'all be sure to catch KQKC live every day of the week at 11 a.m. Central Time. And bringing y'all that boxing talk. I'll be live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Salute to everyone that came by today. We appreciate you. And OG, you have a great rest of your birthday weekend. And everybody, y'all have a great rest of y'all weekend as well. And I'll see y'all all tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Young World, I see you in the building too. Shout out to Miss KO. She's still sleeping, but shout out to her. She's somewhere over there sleep right now. I gotta go wake up so we can go do what we need to do on this Sunday, man. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night or the rest of y'all morning. And with that, we out of here. Peace out, OG. I'll see you soon, man.
All right, see you later. Peace.